you have to be who you are. And I'm a witch no matter which way I look at it. And I add into my ways my shamanic traditions. So, and in my way, it's very powerful. And in your way, I mean, you've got Raymond Buckland work behind you, but then again, you also got the my wand is bigger than your wand, which
Oh
is
yeah, they
as
were terrible. They did a lot of great work in the 70s. They are actually some of the groundbreakers for when Roe versus Wade was first legalized and things like that, which we've now seen removed. That homeless shelters, things like that. The 70s were looked a lot like what our world looks like today, very volatile and falling apart. And the same thing happened with what created satanic panic because of the growth of the Wiccan path. Wiccan traditionally in that format is very structured, but as a group, though, they still there was a competitiveness, and there was a hmm, my way is better than yours, my candles are better yours kind of thing that really in the end tore them all apart, and lives were ruined. I never saw my friends again, and it was good. I a lot of my perception is from that of a child. We talked about that the other night, but um, well, I feel like I witness it every day on here with this tearing each other apart. You have a lot of young practitioners on here that are good in their craft and maybe overstepped, and then others, it's like they never made a mistake, and everybody's going to trash each other. And people seem to love watching a train wreck. We have to move past this type of thinking. That's not the heart of a witch, my mother would say. It is not.
that's right.
Everybody fucks up and whatever. So here, and actually, if we speak with practitioners that aren't on here, you know, um, you mentioned Lori Cabot earlier. I grew up with her daughter Penny, and
Oh, I,
if they're not on this app, yeah, New England is small, but if what my point is, if they're not on this app, they're not really aware of that behavior
yeah.
necessarily. Like, so I guess I would also put that message out there. A lot of what you're seeing in the competitiveness and stuff like that is a social media app. It is not how it should be and how it is in a lot of people's lives. One of the reasons
Lori
why I stay so
Cabot,
quiet. You don't want to get into it. You don't want to get into the hoopla.
Lori Cabot actually has a group specifically for dealing with this crap.
Yeah, the
And I
temple is
thought,
beautiful. I live about an hour from where they are. They're in Drake at Mass, and I was here last year, and I went to Soam there. It's the Hermetic Temple is her coven and where
yeah,
she teaches. And
at the
and
Kent
Lori, yeah, Lori's
Temple.
Lori's got Lori's 88. She just turned 88.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
yeah,
And for those
she's
of you that
all
don't know that name, Lori Cabot is like America's first witch who really came out in the 70s and really late. There were a few groundbreakers and things like that, but she was publicly a woman witch on Oprah, and she got a lot of publicity, and her books are amazing.
yes, they are. And did you know that the police in that area actually have on their shoulder, you know how they have their badge? It's a
Yeah,
witch on a broom,
witch on their broomstick. Yeah,
Salem.